Hi students, welcome to maths class. Here I am Venkatesh. Today we will learn an interesting and important topic from 8th class mathematics, that is rational numbers. In the first video and second video you have learned some topics related to the rational numbers. In this video you will learn about the decimal representation of rational number and how to convert a rational number into a decimal form and how to convert a decimal form into a rational number. Before going to this topic, I will explain some important key points. Try to understand carefully. So decimals, actually decimals are two types. Those are terminating ones and non-terminating ones. Terminating and non-terminating. What are terminating decimals and what are non-terminating decimals? After actual division, the answer is ended means those type of decimals are called terminating decimals, which means terminating means ended. Non-terminating means not ended. For example, for terminating decimal, 1 by 2. If you do actual division of 1 by 2, 0.0. How many times? 5 times you get 10. The remainder should be 0. So the value of 1 by 2 is 0.5. After 5 there is another process. There is no step to move because here the division is ended. So these type of decimals, ended decimals, are called as terminating decimals. Next, non-terminating decimals. Non-terminating decimals again divided into two types. Those are recurring decimals and non-recurring decimals. Recurring means repeated. Of course, the decimal number may not be ended, but if it is recurring means, which means repeating. Non-terminating, of course, it is not ended. On non-recurring means the decimal number will not repeating in that decimal form. For example, for this is 1 by 3. Third table, 0 point, if you keep 0 means 3 times 9. Again 1 gives 0. 3 times 9. Again 1 gives 3 times 9. Again 1 gives. So the decimal form of 1 by 3 is not ended. That the quotient, in that quotient place, the decimal number 3 is continuously repeating. So these type of decimals are known as recurring decimals. Non-recurring means the value of root 2 is 1.414 and so on. It is continuously coming. There is no ending point for that decimal number. So one more thing, there is no repetition of number also in a decimal form. Here it is not ended, but a particular digit is repeating. So these type of decimals are called as recurring decimals. In that, of course, it is a non-terminating, but here no number is continuously repeating. So these type of decimals are known as non-recurring decimals. Actually, a rational number decimal form may be terminating one or non-terminating recurring one. If it is non-recurring one also, that is not a rational number, that is a irrational number. We shall learn about irrational numbers in the 9th class topic. So now we will learn about how to convert this terminating decimal into a rational number and non-terminating recurring decimal into a rational number. First of all, terminating decimal into a rational number. Here, for example, 0.5 take. By simply converting, this is a terminating decimal. By simply converting this terminating decimal, write this entire number by exceeding the or by removing the decimal point. So the number is 5. After, try to write the write the number of zeros after 1 as a decimal number, because here after decimal point after there is only one place, so that's why keep 10. So 5/10 is the decimal form. Already you know, if decimal point after 2 places is there means you should keep 2 zeros. Decimal point after 3 places there means you should keep 3 zeros. Try to cancel this. Any table will cancel in both numerator and denominator. Here fifth table cancels by 1 time, fifth table cancels by 2 times. So the decimal number 0.5 is converted into a rational number because it is a terminating decimal. Here, what is the case of non-terminating decimal? Non-terminating decimal you have to convert means you should learn about 2 topics, that is period and periodicity. Period and periodicity. In the decimal form of 1/3, the answer is 0.3333 repeating. Here which number is repeating? 3 only repeating. So that's why you should keep 3 bar. Bar indicates the number is continuously coming. For example, 1/7, 0.142857, 142857, 142857. Have you observed? In the division of 1/7, you should get a group of numbers which is repeating. Here means 1/7 is equal to 0.142857 bar. Here bar indicates the group of numbers are repeating continuously. So now what is meant by period? What is meant by periodicity? Period means the set of numbers repeating. Our repeating set of numbers are called as period. What is the period of 1/7? Is 142857 is the period, which means the set of numbers which are repeating are called as period. Periodicity means the number of digits in period. Periodicity means the number of digits in period. Understand carefully how many number of digits which are repeating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here the periodicity of 1/7 is 6. Period of 1/7 is 142857. Do you clear with that? Period means the number of digits which are repeating. Here 142857 is repeating, so that's why 14857 is the period. Periodicity means how many number of digits in that period is repeating? 6 number of digits are repeating in this decimal number, so that's why that is the periodicity. Here periodicity is important to convert a non-terminating recurring decimal into a rational number. So the question is express each of the following in the p/q form, that is 0.57 decimal number you have to convert into the rational number by simply observe this decimal form is a 100 decimal, which means it should convert into a decimal fraction, which means the fraction containing 10, 100, thousands as a denominator. So first of all remove decimal point and write the number as it is. At the denominator you should write either 10 or 100 or 1000, whatever may be, that should gives the value 0.57. So which number I should keep in the denominator to get 0.57? So for simply first take 1, then after here 2 decimal places is there, so that's why you should keep 2 zeros, which gives the values of 0.57. Here only one decimal place is there, means after decimal point you should keep only 1 zero, that gives 10. 3 decimal places is there, means you should keep 3 zeros, that gives 3000. So that gives 1000. So in this way you can convert any ended decimal into a p/q form Then after you should observe, is there any common table cancels in the both numerator and denominator to get the simplest form of this fraction. Here there is no common table, so there is no question of cancellation here. So next question is, express each of the following into the p by q form. Here the question is 12.28 bar. Here 12.28 bar given means this is a non-terminating recurring decimal. So how should we convert this type of decimals into rational form? Solution: let the given number be x, which means x is equal to 12.28, 28, 28, 28 and so on. So then find the period and periodicity. Here the period is, which means how many numbers repeating in this. Here 28 is repeating, so means period means 28. Periodicity means how many number of digits is repeating in a period. 2 digits is repeating in the period, so periodicity is 2. So based on periodicity you should multiply x and the number with a number. Here periodicity 1 means you should multiply both sides with 10. Periodicity 2 means you should multiply both sides with 100. Periodicity 3 means you should multiply with 1000. Periodicity 4 means 10,000. Periodicity 5 means lakh, like this. Based on the periodicity you should multiply the equation 1 on both sides with the respective numbers. Here the periodicity is 2, then multiply equation 1 with 100 on both sides. What should we get? 100 into x is equal to 100 into 12.28, 28, 28, 28 and so on. So 100 into x becomes 100x is equal to, whenever you should multiply a decimal number with numbers like tens, hundreds, thousands, you should simply keep the decimal point after how many number of zeros. Here the number of decimal places. Here 2 number of zeros is there, so that's why you should keep the decimal point after 2 places. So 12.28 becomes 1228 after 28 after you should keep, because here 2 zeros, so that's why 2 decimal places after you should keep that decimal point. So then after 28 is common as it is. So next, this is equation 2. Subtract equation 1 from equation 2, then we get equation 2 is 100x is equal to 1228.282828 and so on, and the x is equal to 12.282828, another 28 is there, but and so on. If you write means no need to write. 100x minus x becomes 99x is equal to 8 minus 8 0, 2 minus 2 0, 8 minus 8 0, 2 minus 2 0, 8 minus 8 0, 2 minus 2 0, 8 minus 2 becomes 6, 2 minus 1 becomes 1, 2, 1. So 99x is equal to 1216, x is equal to 1216 by 99. If there is any common table in the both numerator and denominator, you can easily get the simplest form of this fraction. Here there is no common table, so that's why what is the x here? 12.28 bar is equal to by 99. By the use of this method, you can easily convert a non-terminating recurring decimal into the rational number. This procedure you must follow when the sum is given for 4 marks. A simple trick for when the same sum is given for a bit, 12.28 bar, you should convert by simply take the whole number by removing bar and decimal point. That should number is 12.28. Then after you should subtract some number. What that number? Of before bar number, is there any numbers? Here before bar there is numbers, that is 12. So that number you should subtract from the whole number. If 8 only containing bar means you should subtract 122, like this. Here the denominator containing 9s, here only 2 numbers having bar, so that's why you should keep 2 9s. Or another case, the number is like this, 2.28 bar, like this means you should write the entire number 12.28 by removing point, 12 to 28 minus bar before number is 122. Here bar consisting only one number, so that's why write 9. But before bar there are numbers that should after the decimal point. Here decimal point after there is a number, but it contains no bar, so that's why by the place of this you should write 0, because you should fulfill the number of digits after decimal point, so that becomes 90. Here there is no question of numbers without bar, so that's why there is no need to write zeros. After try to simplify. 1228 minus 12, 8 minus 2 becomes 6, 2 minus 1 becomes 1, there is no question of subtraction. So 1216 by 99, you can get the same answer once observe. If 2 doesn't contain bar means then the place of 2 you should keep 0 in the place of 9. Here 2 numbers containing bar, so that's why you write both 9s. 3 digits means containing bar means you should write 3 9s. So the question is, divide the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7 with the product of minus 13 by 7 and 1 by 2. So we have to do division with the answer of sum of these two and with the answer of product of these two. So first of all you should find the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7, then after find out the product of minus 13 by 7 and 1 by 2, then after you should conduct the division between the answer of both. So solution is the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7 is equal to minus 13 by 5 plus 12 by 7. Here both are unlike fractions, so that's why convert into like fractions are simply find the LCM of 5 and 7. The LCM of 5 and 7 is 35. 5 table gets 35 by 7 times, so minus 13 into 7 plus in 7 table you should get 35 by 5 times, so 12 into 5. So 7 13s are 91, here it is the minus number, plus 12 5s are 60 by 35. So minus 91 plus 60 gives minus 31 by 35. This is the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7. Then find the product of minus 13 by 7 and 1 by 2. That should equals minus 13 by 7 into 1 by 2. So multiplication of two numbers means numerator multiplication by denominator multiplication. Numerator multiplication, 113s are 13, here minus and plus numbers are there, minus into plus minus. Here the denominator consisting two numbers, 7 and 2, 7 2s are 14. So the product of minus 13 by 7 and 1 by 2 is minus 13 by 14. So now you should divide the sum of this and product of that. So division between minus 13 by 5, sorry, minus 31 by 5, 35, division between minus 31 by 35 and minus 13 by 14, that is equal to minus 31 by 35 divided by minus 13 by 14. For this, if you want to convert the division into multiplication, you can easily convert by changing the fraction into reverse. So minus 31 by 35 into, reverse the fraction, 14 by 13, minus 14 by 13, minus and minus becomes plus. So is there any common table to cancel? In both 7th table, in 14 7th table cancels by 2 times, in 35 7th table cancels by 5 times. So 31 2s are 62 by 5 13s are 65. This is the answer when you divide the sum of minus 13 by 5 and 12 by 7 with the product of minus 13 by 7 and 1 by 2. So now the question is, two pieces of length 2 3 by 5 meters and 3 3 by 10 meters are cut off from a rope of length 11 meters. So what is the length of the remaining rope? If you consider this is the 11 meter rope, what are the cutted part? The cut part is 2 3 by 5. Next cut part is 3 3 by 10 meters. So you want to find the remaining length from the 11 meters. So how can we do this type of sum? By simply add these cut parts and subtract this cut part from 11 meters should give us the remaining part of the rope. So now the solution, cut part length is equal to 2 3 by 5 meters and 3 3 by 10 meters. Total cut part is equal to 2 3 by 5 plus 3 3 by 10 meters. So these two are mixed fractions converted into improper. 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 3, 13 by 5 plus 10 3 is 30, 30 plus 3, 33 by 10. Here both are unlike fractions, so that's why find the LCM. 5 10 LCM are, in fifth table 5 cancels by 1 time, 10 cancels by 2 times, there is no common table. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, so 10 is the LCM of 5 and 10. So in fifth table, how many times you get 10? By 2 times. 2 12s, 2 13s are 26 plus. In 10 table, how many times you get 10? By 1 time. 1 33s are 33. 26 plus 33 is 59 by 10 meters. What is the cut part? 59 by 10. Remaining part is equal to total rope, total part minus cut part. Total part 11 meters minus cut part 59 by 10 meters. So here also unlike fractions, that's why 1 10 LCM is 10. In 1 table you get 10 by 10 times 10 11s are 110 minus 59 meters. 110 minus 59 gives 10. This becomes 10. 10 minus 9 1, 10 minus 5 5. 51 by 10 meters. So remaining rope length is equal to 51 by 10 meters. So next question is, the cost of 7 2/3 meters of cloth is 12 3/4 rupees. Find the cost per meter. Here the group of units are given and group of money is given. To find each unit money by uses of unitary method, by simply dividing. For example, solution is cloth length 7 2/3 meters. Cloth cost is equal to 12 3/4 meters. Then 1 meter cloth cost is equal to total cost divided by total length of cloth. Sorry, is the total cost is 12 3/4 divided by 7 2/3, which gives the 1 meter cloth cost. Both are mixed fractions, so then convert into the improper fractions. 4 12s are 48 plus 3 50, 1/4 divided by 3 7s are 21, 21 plus 2 23/3. So here you want to convert the division into product by simply reciprocal of writing reciprocal of 23/3. That reciprocal of 23/3 is 3/23, or reversing of 23/3. So this is the fraction part. 51 3s and 4 23s. 51 3s, 1 3s are 3, 5 3s are 15, 153 by 23 4s, 4 3s are 12, 1 is there, 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 1 9. So 153/92 rupees. So 1 meter cloth cost is equal to 153/92. One meter cloth cost is equal to 153/92. When the repeating decimal is in the form of 0.363636 and so on is written in the simplest form of p by q, then find the value of p plus q. So the 11th question in the exercise 1.3 is this. Here you have to convert the repeating decimal into the p by q form, which means rational form. Then in the simplest form of rational form, you should compare the p by q, means you should find the value of p plus q. Solution: given decimal is equal to 0.363636 and so on. Here once observe what is the given decimal, 0.363636. Let it should be x. Here 0.3636 is continuously repeating, 36 bar, then x is equal to 0.363636 and so on. So then find out the period and periodicity. Here the period is, what is the number repeating? 36 is repeating, so that's why 36 is the period. What is the periodicity? Which means how many number of digits which are repeating in the period? 2 numbers are repeating in this period. So then you should multiply with 100. Here periodicity is 2, so that's why you should multiply with 100 of equation 1 of both sides. Then equation 1 on both sides. So 100x is equal to 100 into 0.36363636 and so on. So 100x becomes 100x is equal to, whenever you multiply a decimal number with 100, then the decimal point shifts 2 decimal places. So 36.363636 and so on. This is the equation 2. Then subtract equation 1 from 2. What is the equation to 100x is equal to 36.363636 and so on. Equation 1 is 0.363636 and so on. By subtracting, 100x minus x becomes 99x is equal to 6 minus 6 0, 3 minus 3 0, 6 minus 6 0, 3 minus 3 0, 6 minus 6 0, 3 minus 3 0, 36. So 99x is equal to 36, x is equal to 36 by 99. In both, third table cancels. Third table cancels by 1 time, third table cancels by 2 times, third table cancels by 33 times. So x is equal to, again third table cancels by 4 times, that third table cancels by 11 times. So x is equal to 4 by 11. This is the simplest form because there is no common table in the both numerator denominator to cancel. Then if you compare this as a p by q, then the value of p plus q is equal to 4 plus 11 is equal to 15. P plus q value is 15. Okay children, up to now you have learned about the rational numbers in the 3 videos. So try to do the remaining sums based on this chapter and try to practice well all the examples in the chapter and have a great knowledge. Thank you.